Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky. You can find me on Instagram and pretty much anywhere else on the internet as Becky Knits. If this is the first time you are joining me, then thank you for clicking on my video. This is the first episode of my sewing content. I have a knitting podcast in which I have spoken about sewing in the past, but I have been doing so much sewing recently that I thought I would do a video that was kind of dedicated to my sewing. So yeah, I don't know if, I'm still not sure exactly how I'm going to work it out, whether or not I'm going to have two separate podcasts, whether I'll just talk about whatever it is that I'm working on as I work on it. I don't know how it's going to work out, but this episode is all about sewing. There is going to be no knitting content in this episode. I'm not even going to say the word. So if you are joining me for the first time, thank you. And if you are a returning viewer to my channel, thank you for checking out this dedicated sewing episode. I feel really awkward, like I don't know what I'm talking about. The setup for this episode is going to be the same as my other podcast. I'm going to talk about finished objects, what I'm working on, and then like things that I have purchased. Like I say, I have been doing a lot of sewing recently, so and like just gotten into sewing really lots. So so there's a lot to go through, lots of acquisitions, including quite an exciting big acquisition. I can't wait to talk about it. Let's get started. I have two finished objects to show you. If you watched my last knitting podcast, then you will have already seen this, but I thought I would show it again because it is a recently finished object. And that is the Cameron button-up from Helen's Closet. This is for my husband, and I really enjoyed making it. I was a bit nervous about making like an adult shirt, but it was a lot of fun, and this was the first Helen's Closet pattern that I have used, and it was so straightforward to follow the instructions. The instructions were so clear. Yeah, I was really pleased with how sort of comprehensive the pattern was, and the shirt turned out great, so I am really excited to make more. Yeah, the only thing is that my buttonholes came out a little bit too big, so the buttons do kind of, some of the buttons kind of like slip out of the hole, so I need to just make my, like change the buttons maybe, or I might just see if I can like sew. Would that work if I just sewed like a little bit of the buttonhole closed? Would that work? We'll see. I'll do some research. But yeah, really pleased with how this turned out. My husband hasn't got to wear it yet because of said button issue, but yeah, I need to get it sorted so that he can wear it. So there's that, and then I had leftover fabric, so I made myself a shirt. I'll stand up so you can see. So graceful. So this is the Gilbert top, also from Helen's Closet, and the buttons are out of my button box, so they could be old. They could be really old. I have no idea. This was another really fantastic pattern, really comprehensive. I would say that the Cameron button-up was slightly easier. I think some of the steps were explained a little bit more in that one than in this one. So for example, finishing the seams in the Cameron, the pattern tells you like a couple of options for seam finishing and explains them, like French seams or flat felled seams. it explains how to do that, whereas with this pattern it just says like finish in your preferred method, which is fine because I know how to do a flat felled seam, so I did that. Yeah, if you don't know different finishes for seams, then just be aware that you'll need to like look that up, because I know for me personally, if I didn't know how to do like how to finish a seam, and then I got to that point and I had to then go away and learn something, then I would have liked to have known that before I started, that I was going to need to learn something. So if you are starting out with this one, I would say, you know, it's not like a complicated pattern. I'd maybe say it was like confident beginner or like intermediate, but it's not a complicated pattern. But if you aren't sure on how to finish seams, have a look at that before you start, and you can decide how you want to do it. Really, both fantastic patterns. Really pleased with how both of my new shirts turned out, and yeah, so pleased with how this one turned out in particular, that I have got plans for I'm definitely going to do a dress hack. I've seen a dress hack by, oh, I can't look because I'm on my phone. So the hack is from Samantha of Purple Sewing Cloud. I will leave a link to the hack and also to her Instagram down below. The hack is basically just like a dress with like a gathered skirt, and then the shirt is like the top of the dress. It's a really nice kind of relaxed looking dress. Looks like it's going to be perfect for summer time, but probably could be like layered for cooler weather as well. So I have cut out like the modified pattern pieces. I, for the first time ever, have like traced my pattern. I did a big order from the Fold line, who print patterns big. So if you've bought a PDF pattern before, and you know, then you will know the pain of trying to stick it together at home. I have basically decided that I'm never going to do that again. I will do it with children's patterns, because usually it's kind of maybe like 4 pages for a piece, but with like adult patterns it can be like 6 pages for like, you know, just for like the back or something like that. It can be a lot of pages, and there's a little bit, and I just don't like doing it. I really don't like doing it. So I've decided that I am never going to do that again for an adult piece. I'm going to buy the PDF pattern, and then I will have the Fold line print it for me. It is so worth it. And I'm going to be tracing instead of cutting. I used to just cut patterns out, which was fine when I was using the PDF pattern version and then printing them at home and sticking them together, because I had access to all of the sizes. But if I'm going to be getting them printed, I don't want to cut into them and then, like with the Cameron shirt, decide that I want to make another one in a different size and then have to buy it again. So I've been tracing them, which has actually, I've really enjoyed that. It's really weird that I would be happy to trace, but I'm not happy to stick. I don't know why, I'm just weird. But yeah, I've been really enjoying tracing them, so that's been quite enjoyable. And I'm hoping it might make like grading easier when I kind of move on to trying to do that, because I have never graded like between 2 sizes before. So, but they've definitely, I think there are definitely things where I might like to try and do that. I might, when I do the next one of these, I might grade for this one, because I feel like maybe I've got a little bit too much like extra fabric up here. It is supposed to be a relaxed fit, but I feel like I've maybe just got a little bit too much, but I think that I need the extra like hip space. So I think I'll probably go down a size on the top and stay for the size 16 on the bottom for the bottom bit, and then do a 14 for the top bit and kind of grade them together. We'll see. We'll see. But I used the pattern and the tutorial for the hack and have made all my pattern pieces that I needed, and then I have cut them all out of this. It's an old bed sheet. I bought it from a charity shop a few weeks ago because I really liked it. It was like a double bed sheet. One side was these stripes and the other side is this kind of grey. So I thought that was going to be great. I could potentially get two like different dresses or tops or something out of the two sides. So really pleased with that. So that's going to be like a dress for like £3 basically. So that'll be nice. So I'm going to do that, and then I will show you some fabric in my like acquisitions bit that I'm going to make another of the dresses out of, I think, when I have this stripy one is technically like my muslin, but I like to make my muslins wearable if possible. So I will make this one, and then if it works out, then I will make the one in my nice fabric. I feel like I got a bit distracted there. So my two finished objects have been the Gilbert top and the Cameron button up, both patterns by Helen's Closet. I will leave links to these patterns in the description box down below if you would like to get them. I would recommend. Whips. Like I said, I have cut out the pattern pieces for the dress hack, and I'm really looking forward to getting started on that. But as I was kind of getting myself set up, I remembered that I have a couple of other projects that I am kind of working on. I have pieces cut out for and have partially made progress on. Probably should get to those. I should probably make these because I want them. That's why I started making them. So I might be good and get working on these, but I might not. The first is the Hinterlands dress by So Liberated. I'm making it in a baby cord. So it's like dark forest green, like very fine, like very thin corduroy. So I would definitely like this to be ready for like autumn, because I think it's going to be really nice come the cooler months. I was actually further along in this, and then I sort of tried the bodice part on, and I was like, oh no, the bust darts are in the wrong place. So I ripped the bust darts out and started thinking about doing a bust adjustment, and then I was like, hang on a minute, tried the pattern piece on me and I was like, no, they are actually in the right place. I was just trying the bodice on wrong. So yeah, so I need to go back and put those bust darts back in and then move on. But that is all of the pieces cut out and ready to go, and I just need to get back on that one. Cannot remember where this fabric came from. I got it last year, maybe the year before last, and it's been sitting in my stash. I was going to make a pair of dungarees for myself, but I don't want to anymore, so I'm going to make this green dress instead, and I think that will be really nice. I did make a muslin of this dress a while ago, and it fit me really nicely, which was why I was so surprised to see that the bust darts didn't seem to fit, because there would be no reason why. But anyway, it was just me being useless. So the next thing that I'm working on is a shirt for my eldest son. He is 4 and as such is completely mad on dinosaurs at the moment. So I saw this really lovely dinosaur and volcano fabric, and yeah, so I'm going to make him a little shirt. I recently made 2 shirts, one for my eldest and one for my youngest son, for their birthdays, and they love them. I'll pop a picture in so you can see them in their shirts. They love their shirts. They're great for the summer because they're nice and lightweight and cool, not tight fitting, and they dry super fast. So I'm excited to make another one for Aiden, my eldest. So I'm using the Sunset Shirt pattern by Waves and Wild. Yeah, I've made 3 of these now, and it's a really, really good pattern. It's nice. It's a nice shirt. So I'll get that made for him. I'll probably make that next. If I can control myself, then that's what I'll make next, because he'll be really pleased to have a new shirt, another new shirt. So that's it for things that I'm working on, things that I finished recently. So we'll go into stash enhancements and acquisitions. I went a bit sewing mad this past month. I sort of suddenly, I don't know what it was. I think I made the boys' birthday shirts, and then I was like, oh, now I want to make more things. And then I made my husband's shirt, and I was like, that's it. That's it. I'm sewing a lot now. So I bought a couple more patterns. This is what it looks like when you get a pattern from the fold line. Nice envelope for you to store the pattern in. I have bought the Cameron button up, the Gilbert top, Winslow clots. I also got the Sandpiper like swimsuit, and those ones I all got printed from the fold line, and then also bought the Avery leggings, the Dole, what's it called? Donovan skirt, which I also got printed but isn't here, so I don't know what that is. Got those as well from Helen's. Those are all from Helen's Closet, so that's where my obsession is right now, Helen's Closet. I also picked up, whilst we're on patterns, in a D-stash, I picked up Nina Lee the Piccadilly pyjamas. I'm gonna make myself some nice PJs because I don't have any like really nice PJs. I got this trench coat from Deer and Doe. So that'll be nice. I've always wanted to make a coat. The only thing with this is sizing is not fantastic. It only goes up to a 41-inch bust. Yeah, and I am a 41-inch bust. So the like finished garment size is 46-inch. So I don't know. I might. I don't know, I really want to make a coat, and this was in a D-stash. It was like, I can't remember how much she was selling it for. Not very much. Yeah, 46-inch finished measurement. That's like, what, 5 inches of positive ease? It's probably enough. So that's fine. But anyway, and then the third, or the final pattern thing that I got was this. I said I wasn't going to talk about knitting, but I'm afraid I am, because this is a little sort of capsule wardrobe collection. So there is 5 knitting patterns, and apparently there's only 2 knitting patterns. Confused. Anyway, there's some knitting patterns and there's some sewing patterns. So yeah, I just really liked the look of this. Also got this from a D-stash. So yeah, so those are all the patterns and things that I bought. I bought myself some tracing paper, which has been great for tracing. And then what else did I buy? Oh. I bought quite a lot of fabric. Oops. So the dinosaur fabric that I showed you, wherever that's gone, this one, was from So Scrumptious, and I was like super impressed with their like delivery. I ordered it like on a Wednesday, for example. in the afternoon, I think, maybe in the morning, but like, you know, not super early, probably around lunchtime, and then it arrived in the post the next day. So I was just like, I'm mega impressed. So that was great. That was a little exciting surprise. And then what else did I buy? I got so having bought the Sandpiper swimsuit pattern, I got myself some swim fabric. These cute little crabs. So sweet. This was from Little Legs fabric. Yeah, just checking my notes. Little Legs fabric. Yeah, it's so sweet. I love it. I'm really nervous about starting because I know it's going to be tricky. I've not sewed with swim fabric before. I know it's going to be tricky. I just need to be bold, be brave, and get on with it. And then I also got some swimsuit lining so I can properly line it, and then the elastic. So I will be, I was gonna say casting on. What's the like equivalent word if you're a sewist? Needle downing? No, that's dreadful. Let's not say that. I will be starting the swimsuit at some point soon. Yeah, I want to make myself, I bought a bikini recently because I bought this fabric and I think it was just on pre-order, and I think I kind of came in sort of at the end of the pre-order, so I thought that it was in stock, but it wasn't quite in stock yet. So I bought the fabric knowing that we were going to go to the beach like a sort of week and a half away. So I thought, well, if I get everything, then, you know, it's not going to take me that long to make a swimsuit. So I'd kind of planned to make this swimsuit for going to the beach. And then the fabric didn't come until the day before we were supposed to go to the beach. So I'd had to buy a swimming suit, a costume, a bikini between times. And I really love the fabric of the bikini, but the bottoms are just not my preferred style. It's just what I get hold of at the last minute, you know, in summer when there's like no bikinis left and nobody's getting any more in. So I think I would like to get myself some black swim fabric and make myself a pair of like swim briefs or shorts or something. So I might sort of use that as my like first swim fabric project, and then come back to the crabs for like next year's swimsuit, or just if I fancy making a swimsuit. I will hopefully, if I have remembered, put a picture of the Sandpiper in. I like that it's kind of like a tankini rather than like cups for the top. So, and like I'm going to make the high-waisted view because I prefer high-waisted. So yeah, ideally I would prefer shorts. So if you know of a really good pattern for like swim shorts, not like board shorts or like that kind of shorts, but just like, you know, like boxer, I guess would be the underwear version. I don't know what the word is, shorts. Just for a bit more coverage. If you know of a good pattern for that, then please let me know down below, because I might get that and try it for going with the other bikini that I bought. So that's my swim stuff that I bought, and then the other fabric that I was talking about is this, and this is like not very me. It's not something that I would normally go for, but I saw it and it really like caught my eye. I really was just really drawn to it and I just had to buy it. It was like the tab was open. I was looking for something else. I can't remember what it was I was looking for. I was looking for something else and I just left this tab open, and everything else that I looked at, things that were a lot more like me, I just kept closing them because I was like, no, it's just not as nice as this. And so this just had to happen. So I'm really excited. This is what is going to hopefully be the second Gilbert top dress hack, if my first one works. And if not, then I might just make the shirt, and then maybe make a Donovan skirt to like go with it. That might be nice actually. Ooh, like a two-piece, like a twin set. A little like cropped shirt and then make a skirt. Ooh, I might do that. This green dress has got no hope because there's just so many other things that I want to make. But yeah, so that's it for then fabric and pattern acquisitions. But I said that there was a big acquisition, and that is my sewing machine. I'm gonna get a close-up. It's the 5060 QDC. It's a quilting machine. That's one of its features, but I'm not a quilter. But the main thing that or the two main things that I was looking for with this machine was this dial at the back, which changes like the pressure foot height, I guess. So you can adjust it for thicker fabrics or more layers of fabric. My old machine was struggling with thicker layers of fabric, so I needed that dial. And then the other thing that really, there was like two machines I was looking between, this one and the, I don't know what the other one was, but the main thing that attracted me to this one was this button here, which when you press it, it like cuts the threads for you, and it has like a nice little neat knot on the back. And yeah, I was just like, I need that. Also, this little bit here is a thread saver. When you put your bobbin in, you like run it through here, you can cut it off, and you only sort of have like, you know, probably like this much fabric thread pulled through this bit, and then it like feeds itself in when you start sewing, so you don't have to pull like a huge long tail out and waste loads of thread. So this is my new baby. I am very excited to get started. Very happy with my new machine. Very excited to get started using it. I'll probably try and get something started now when I finish this. I should probably edit this. But yes, so that's it. That is all of the sewing stuff that's happening right now. Yeah, lots. This is going to be a long episode, I can tell. So yeah, there we go. Let me know down below if you like this like dedicated sewing episode, or whether I should just take the kind of the craft name out of the podcast and maybe just be like Beccy Makes instead of Beccy Knits, Beccy Sews, not separate the two, and then just talk about whatever it is that I've been doing. Like, because I'm sewing so much, I'm not having as much time to knit, and so if you like the knitting content, then there might not be as much of that for a little while I find my like balance with knitting and sewing. We'll see. It kind of comes in waves, so we'll see. If you like this all sewing info and you don't want to see any knitting, then let me know. Likewise, if you like all of the knitting in one place and you don't want to see the sewing, like tell me that as well, because I can do two podcasts when there's stuff to talk about, or I can just do Beccy Makes and talk about everything. Anyway, that's it from me for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.